Russ Walton here, Cody Eiler. We're going to tell you the top 10 ways to get an internship and the interview process.
First, we're going to start with Facebook. You want to dirty that thing up. Get those pictures nice and dirty.
Got to make sure they know you're real cool. You want the pictures of them drinking up there and everything else, right, Eiler?
You want to make sure you got a lot of friends, even if you don't know them, put them on there. Add them.
Yep. Just start adding some people. You want to make sure lots of people come to your Facebook profile. When those employers look at you, they want to be like, woo, diggity, this guy knows what he's doing. He's got lots of friends, lots of people like him.
It's all about customers. Those friends become customers down the road.
Dang right, and if they think you're cool, got lots of parties, they're going to want to be your customer.
Next thing we're going to go to is facial hair. Zoom in on this. I got to get this here.
You want to make sure you got this nice thick beard right here. Look at this nice little chin strap. Got it all the way down. Looks real nice.
That takes
real
time.
Nice.
Takes time.
Got to show them you're a man.
Let them know you got some dedication to do stuff like that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time to do that. It gets real itchy, but you got that going. Want to make sure that they know you're cool. It's another thing. Got to make it real cool.
For example, look how Russ is dressed here. Well put together, hair slicked back, sunglasses. You don't just see something like this walking down the street every day.
Walk into that interview, they're like, oh baby, look at this sexy stud right here. He knows what he's going to do. He's going to be attracting some customers. Some fine ladies walking around looking for him.
Just like a magnet, they just come to you. Gets that money.
Dang, moolah, we like it.
Lastly, you got to make sure you do research, and I'm not talking about the company. You got to brag yourself up, be able to tell them what you're all about.
You got to know the ins and outs of yourself. You got to be able to brag about every little thing you do.
Open up that yearbook if you have to. Tell them those high school football stories.
You dang right. They got to know that when you wake up in the morning, you piss excellence. All right, now that we got that pre-interview junk out of the road, we're going to start the real stuff, interview process.
First of all, you got to be fashionably late all the time. You show up with your pants unzipped, you take your time and zip them up.
Fashionably late is a very key thing, people. Got to make sure that they know that you think you're in charge. Know you're in charge. They got to be the ones waiting on you. You don't want to seem too desperate.
Next thing, when you get there and you greet them, there is no such thing as a nice handshake. You let them know who's boss. Russell, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Cody. Two-tap. It's all about the two-tap. You got a nice firm handshake, you want to try and crush their hand. And once again, got to show them who's boss.
Next thing after that, you get a little nervous tick going when they're asking you questions. You just whip out your keys or whatever you got there to take your mind off of them. You got me?
Even a pen. Make sure they know your musical talents. Do a lot of clicking. Get a little jingle-jangling going.
Might be doing this while you're thinking at the desk someday at the office. You never know.
Yeah, you might even want to take your tie, move it around a little bit. Check your sunglasses. Make sure they look nice and neat. Get them a little cleaned off. Maybe even something like that. Whatever it needs to keep you cool and make sure they think you're cool.
Another thing is your voice. As you've noticed this whole video, we don't got no normal voice because we're not normal people looking for normal jobs. We want the best spot possible.
Dang right, Cody, that's well said. Gotta make sure that they know you're very enthusiastic about the job.
Gotta have it.
Gotta have it. Gotta be all enthusiastic.
Lastly, that resume, when you hand them that puppy at the end of the interview, you make sure it's got lots of colors.
Big fonts and lots of colors. Big fonts and lots of colors. You know something, Cody, we missed a little bit earlier is you want to make sure that you size them up when you get there.
That is right. Let them know who's boss.
Yeah, you got to show them a little bit. Get this chest puffed out a little bit. Get the back arched. Make sure you got your pants on tight. Maybe show them the crotchal region a little bit. Make sure they know, once again, who's boss. All right, now that your interview's done, you got to start the post-interview process and things to do right. First off, get that handshake down again. Yo, hey, thanks for helping me out.
Thanks for your time, Russ.
Yeah, thanks a lot. In fact, you want to make sure you're so cool and hip, throw them deuces. Be like, yo, later, deuces.
After that, you get back to your room. You do not write them a thank you because they should be thanking you for your time and effort.
It is very important that you do not send the thank yous. They should be thanking you, as Cody has said. You do not want to come off desperate. You always can fall back on what, Cody Eiler?
Your male modeling and stripping career. Just get that dollar bill, y'all.
Dollar bill, y'all. All right, Cody Eiler, looking at their packet to see if we forgot anything.
Yeah, I'm looking here, and it looks like Janelle and Kat got a little different opinion on what we should be doing at this interview.
You gotta be kidding me. Those two lovely ladies didn't agree with us?
No, they did not. First thing in here says our voices should be normal.
What? This voice is amazing.
I know it is, Russ, but you gotta be like this. You gotta give them the real person that you are. You can't throw them off for any loop.
So I just gotta talk like this, just nice and normal?
Yep, just your beautiful voice that God gave you.
All right. I think we should probably get rid of these sunglasses too on top of talking normal.
That'd be a good idea.
Yeah, we'll just stick them right here in our pocket.
Yeah.
I think another thing is we should probably have a suit jacket on, don't you think?
That top thing is off. Make it look real professional. Another thing we could probably lose is this fancy haircut we got going on.
It's a little ridiculous. You want to make sure you have a nice conservative haircut and go easy on the hair gel, fellas.
Also, the facial hair should probably be gone. It took me a while to grow, but I think I can do without it for a job.
Yep, definitely want to get rid of the facial hair. Get rid of that gum too. You don't want gum in the interviews. This is don't want to be chomping on your horse cut or anything.
So true. Another thing, when you greet the interviewer, you be sure and greet them very professionally, give them a firm handshake, and that first image really lets them know what you're all about.
Yep, with a handshake, you don't want to be too hard, you don't want to break their hand, but you also don't want to shake their hands like a little girl.
When you hand them that resume, this should be done beforehand, but make sure that resume is well put together, as much information on there as possible, very simple for them to read.
No big fonts, no big size, and no fancy colors. Just nice black coloring, and make sure you have it on professional resume paper, not regular paper.
Another thing I forgot to mention, we talked about earlier, make sure that Facebook's cleaned up. Employers will go straight to that.
Yep, you want to do that before you go to the interview in case right after you leave they check your Facebook and Google you. In fact, you want to Google yourself and make sure you don't got anything bad out there on the internet.
I think lastly, something we talked about was sending the thank you. Right when you get back to your house or wherever you may be going, get that thank you written to thank them for their time and giving you the opportunity to interview with them.
That's a 24-hour rule. We want to get that thank you to them as fast as possible. This is Russ Walton and
Cody Eiler.
checking out.